everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, time of possession should be a factor. The Giants are top 10 in converting on third down, and they'll be up against the Seahawks defense that wants to make quick stops. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Here's Wilson. And right away, he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants!
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
And the Seahawks defense heads back out there now. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They go back to Murray on first down. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They'll run the counter with Murray. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 18-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hit.
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Mike Bennett in there to get him. And that That's sack number 6 for him on the year. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Mike Nugent now to line up for the field goal. This from 42 yards out. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through with a new set of downs. Eli Manning and company getting set here as they head back onto the field. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the second quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
Yeah, they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
He's got a man open. That's Marshall. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Brandon Marshall, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Around the NFL, second quarter in Santa Clara, and the 49ers have scored again, really extending that lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. First and 10, Giants able to zero in on the QB here. This will go as a loss of 10. Third down from the 20. Averill showing skill here to get to the QB. This ends up as a loss of 7. Giants have it late in the second. Manning's on target here, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown, pushing the lead to 10. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Let's get back up to New Jersey as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Manning to throw on second down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Giants on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Manning on the bootleg. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Charles Clay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Extra point coming now for Nugent. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On second down, Wilson. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. The play clock's running down. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He finds his man, Baldwin. It's a gain of 21 that time, and it'll give the Seahawks a first down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Danny Shelton busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now Wilson on second down. And he's got some space here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On third down, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Baldwin. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That burst good for 20 and a first down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
A 10-play drive that time. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 40. The 30. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. New York set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They go with Murray again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is indeed good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. first down. Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
And Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie has a sense of the dramatic there. Seals that game with an INT.
Boy, what a big play for a guy who came out of Tennessee State really with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, he thought he'd been overlooked even going into college. He's proven everyone wrong once he got to the NFL.
And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. Manning will take a knee, and that should be the final act in this one. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.